Hello, fellow Y members. Doug Walker behind the camera. In front of the camera, Tammy Briggs. She's our newest personal trainer here at the Y. And every couple of weeks, we profile our personal trainers to let you know what they can do for you in your personal fitness journey. So, Tammy, first question. Let's go through the nuts and bolts. How long have you been a personal trainer, and why do you like it?
Well, I got certified earlier this year. I love it. I've always been into self-care, tried to keep up with my workouts. And I just thought, you're passionate about this, go ahead and get certified. So I did. And I always believe you should have some kind of regimen going, because if you're not making time for your wellness, you're going to be forced to make time for illness.
All right, so you mentioned certifications. Tell me about those. What are you certified in, and what does that mean?
I'm an elite trainer with ISSA, which is the International Sports Sciences, and I have certifications in personal training, bodybuilding, nutrition, and group fitness.
Now, what do you like about being a personal trainer? I mean, obviously it's not a calling that everyone can do, so what do you like about it?
I just love being able to help people, let them feel better about themselves, just be instrumental in that whole process, and building them up and keeping them accountable and things like that.
How important is it to have a personal trainer? Because a lot of people need that extra push, that extra little oomph to get them going and keep them going. I mean, how important is it to have a personal trainer?
I think it's very important when you're first starting out, especially, or somebody to check in with, and it keeps you accountable. A lot of it's accountability. They just like to be encouraged and checked on. It makes them a lot more willing to get up and go if they think they're going to be answering to somebody.
So, who do you specialize in? Is there a certain clientele that you like to work with?
I like to work with really all ages, but I tend to have right now some scoliosis, some injuries, and things like that. I'm just trying to build up their muscle to where they're able to live their life with a little less pain.
So having a personal trainer on board when you are going through some kind of an injury or trying to come back from some illness, I mean, how important is that in the overall scheme of things?
It's very important. You need to make sure that they understand to listen to their bodies and not to push too hard, too fast, and just stay within their comfort level.
Now, when you're working with a client, I mean, obviously they come in all different shapes, sizes, abilities, fitness levels. How do you differentiate between the clients? How do you know what they're up to doing?
Well, we have to sit down and do a medical history with them, see if there's been any major surgeries, any major medications that could prevent them from being able to do certain things. And we just start slow and build them up as they can do it and as they feel comfortable doing it. And they'll know by listening to their body.
Now, when you take a client and you wean them into a better lifestyle, wean them into a better level of fitness, how does that make you feel personally when you see them succeed?
Oh, it's so rewarding, especially when they start feeling better about themselves, and you can tell it. You can see the big smiles when they've accomplished something that they've been wanting to do and maybe couldn't do.
Now, when you're giving someone a personal training session, is this something that they should continue to do for a long time, or is this something that they just need help getting started?
Well, we have different packages that they can buy, but usually if we can just get them started with 5 to 10 sessions, then it's just kind of a check back in with them and just make sure that they're still feeling good, still feel like they're making progress.
Now, as I mentioned at the very beginning, you're new to the Y, you're our newest personal trainer. Why the Y? Why do you like this place? What made you want to come here?
Well, the amenities and the values of the place are impeccable, and I just don't think you can get anything like this with this many amenities anywhere else.
Now, personal training can get rather expensive, but here at the Y, it's a very reasonable rate. An hour, I believe, is somewhere in the $40 to $50 range.
It's very reasonable for all that you have between the pool and the saunas and all that. I mean, there's just so much to offer.
Now, with different clients, do you focus on weight training? Do you focus on cardio, or is it a combination of all of them?
It is a combination of all of it, because weight training will ultimately build back the muscle they need to support whatever injury that is. But cardio is important too, but I don't spend my time with them telling them how to walk laps we want to put them in the stuff that they really don't understand well and let them do a little warm up on their own.
Okay, so let's say someone is watching this and they're impressed with Tammy.
Okay.
What do they need to do to sign up with you, or what do they need to do to get started with you?
They just go right up to the front desk and ask for me and tell them how many sessions that they want, and then we'll sit down for an initial meeting and talk about the history, the health history, and all those things, and decide what the game plan is going to be.
All right, you are looking at Tammy Briggs, one of the personal trainers on staff here at the YMCA, and she is more than willing and able to give you a hand on your personal fitness journey. And as I mentioned, we're doing this every so often, so in the next couple of weeks or so, we'll introduce you to another one of our personal trainers. And until we do that, you and your families have a very Merry Christmas, and thank you so much for watching.
Merry Christmas.